Hello, Aries, and welcome to your mid-April reading. I didn't know what else to say there. I hope you guys are doing fine. We're going to do a quick little check-in on you as well as your person of interest. First, I'm going to look at an overall energy between the two of you lovely people. Hopefully your person of interest is lovely. If you're a cross-watcher, you're going to probably resonate more with the side where I'm reading for Aries. So if you're cross-watching for an Aries, you may resonate more with the side that I'm reading for Aries, and the Aries that you're cross-watching for more with the side that would be the person of interest for Aries. So we're going to ask Spirit to give us clear and direct guidance for you. And we're going to go ahead and hop right in. Alright, so overall energy between you and your person of interest, we have the Three of Cups. Hopefully that's a good Three of Cups. I think it's celebratory, but I'll pull a clarifier just in case. Somebody celebrating walking away? Is that what y'all doing now? You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, it's possible. It could be that a sense of freedom, a sense of celebration, a groundedness and more or less an optimism towards the future happens from walking away from a situation that you've been putting a great deal of time, energy, and effort into, but isn't exactly panning out how you desired it to. First card we have for you is the Tower. I would say yes. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. That's going ahead and confirming what it is I was feeling. So this is something where it's a divine intervention. It's more or less, and I feel like it, well, I mean, it's possible for you to feel that way now. It's possible to feel a tad bit disillusioned at the moment, but I think all in all at the end, once the smoke clears and you're able to see clearly, it's more or less me seeing this as an energy of choosing oneself. But with the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, I don't see you putting time, energy, or effort into this anymore. And I feel like once you kind of take that energy back and put it into yourself, you'll be able to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel or understand the role that this situation kind of played for you. Because whenever the Tower shows up, that always lets me know that whether we're aware of it or not, this situation was stagnating us. It was on a weak, faulty foundation, and weak, faulty foundations are symbolic of something that wasn't in alignment for our highest good. So it's more or less Spirit coming in to help you out because it's building up this life or this tower, this relationship or this circumstance that we thought was in alignment for our highest good, but it's actually in alignment for our ego's highest good. And, you know, Spirit sending the lightning bolt that makes it crumble is actually a blessing in disguise that frees you to go towards something that's more in alignment with you. So the next card that we have is the Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm feeling that more in an energetic sense. We have the Death card, and we have the Three of Wands in reverse. I feel like you guys are kind of on pause right now because I feel like these energies feel foreign to you. So it's not really knowing how to make sense of what it is that's happening. And not to say that you're completely like oblivious or anything of the sort. It's just I feel like a lot of stuff is happening and you haven't had the ability to catch up with yourself. But what I was saying with the Five of Pentacles in reverse, energetically I'm feeling that as if this situation, like this relationship with this person has left you feeling very emotionally frozen, you know, vacant, like ice cold. And even if you think about the illustration of the Tower, you think about towers being like damp and dank and dark, you know, gusty, things of the sort, you know, bats, spider webs, you know, things of the sort. And that's kind of how I'm feeling about this relationship. Like, it's a former shell of what used to be, you know? It's kind of the framework of what a relationship or a marriage, if that be the case, would be, you know? And it was almost keeping both people that were in it prisoner. Because I feel like this is in the reverse, which is good, but upright. You know what I mean? is just feeling on the outside. You know what I mean? Like emotionally starved. Like there's literally no warmth. It's like, and this energy to me just feels very vacant, you know? But you're coming out of that, and whenever the death card shows up, especially with the tower, that means something is done. Like there's no going back on this. Like this is something that's over type of deal, right? Whenever these two come out together. But I feel like it's a refusal to want to accept that. That's what I mean by me feeling like you haven't necessarily caught up with yourself, so to speak, because it's a lot that's going on. Not necessarily saying that it has to be tumultuous. It's just a lot going on energetically to where it's either you're not sure how to move forward or it's not wanting to because of this becoming or coming as so much of a shock. But I feel like why Spirit is more or less allowing this energy at this moment is because there's a need for some reflection. And I feel like some of the things that I've stated is more or less a need to embrace the truth about that. Is like having a sobering moment and to think about how much joy has this relationship really brought into your life, right? Or were you waiting for that to come at some future time someday in the future? That, you know, when we were first together, things were like this. Or years ago, things were like this. But XYZ happened. That's why we're here now. And I'm holding on because I know that when this changes or when I fix this or they fix that, that everything will go back to the way that it used to be. I feel like it's kind of an energy like that of why one was holding on and putting work into it. But like I said, seeing the Tower and the Death card, those are two signs for me that when this tower falls, it's like it's not something that can be rebuilt. Like this is literally a done deal on this little situation here, right? Or and if we don't include the other person, if we just said specifically for you as an individual, so if I'm just talking to a single Aries, it's a mindset or a way of being when it comes to relationships. So say if you're a single Aries and there's a history of being the side chick or the side dude, or being a part of like 3-party situations, like a person who's non-committal, and you still kind of holding out, hoping that this person chooses you, it's a death to this mindset, and you guys are pausing, trying to decide how it is you want to move forward with your life, like what's next for you in so many words, because this is a chapter that's being left behind. You know what I mean? And there's one other thing that I see, but I want to pull their cards first. So for your person of interest, we have the Devil in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Good Lord. Then we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. The 9 of Wands in reverse. And the 2 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. If I were to, and this has been coming up a lot, I think this must be a massive ending of karmic partnerships. Like, all of this person's cards are in the reverse. Okay? And we have the Devil in reverse with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And this makes me want to infer that, and this may sound kind of crazy. However long this person has been in your life, and I don't know how long y'all been together, so I don't know how far you would be able to backtrack, but think about how your finances were before you started dating this person, or whatever the case may be, however you guys are interrelated. Think about how your finances were prior to meeting this person, and think about how your finances have been since you met this person. And I'm told to not go any farther than that. So that's one of those reflection questions from Spirit. So being honest with yourself. If you backtrack to who you were prior to this relationship, and then you compare that to who you are now, make a comparison between who you were before and who you are now, and see what those differences are, right? Because I feel like since this person has been in your life, it has been like a level of bondage. Like how I described that tower, It's almost as if it was like being in prison. You know, it's a relationship, but it was like Alcatraz. It was Alcatraz, the relationship edition. You know what I'm saying? You know? I'm just going to call y'all reading Escape from Alcatraz, because that's what this is looking like to me. Because with the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and with the Two of Cups, I'm almost looking at this as if energetically this person is setting you free. It's like whatever it is that you were supposed to learn here, it was in reference to your own personal worth and value and learning your own strength as an individual. You know, this person had that same opportunity to learn this for themselves, like to cultivate their abundance from an inner space and to manifest that in an external sense, right? To overcome the proverbial devil that of which is the ego. But this person kind of fell back on manipulation, which is the easiest thing in America. I mean, let's not develop ourselves as just manipulate people because it's so much easier. You know what I'm saying? I don't actually have to change, you know? I just make other people change, you know? But as far as we're talking about with this connection, that's overturned with the Two of Cups in reverse. With the Nine of Wands, they're not fighting for this anymore. I want to clarify. Take this from the bottom of the deck. I want to clarify this Queen of Wands just to make sure that's not you guys, Aries. And then, of course, this person could be a Capricorn person. But the thing that I'm seeing is here, this is something that's past its expiration date. Yeah, dog. We have the Six of Wands clarifying the Queen of Wands. I'm feeling like you guys moving forward is literally the best thing that could happen for both people. Because like I said, when the Tower comes up, both people are stagnated. Both people aren't going on their path for whatever reason. You know? It's kind of like sitting in a stagnant energy and both people are getting covered with gook. It kind of reminds me of the Four of Pentacles, because if you notice, he has like this black cloak around him, and that's symbolic of stagnation, meaning that you're out of alignment with spirit. But I mean, with this person, seeing this Queen of Wands in reverse, dude, like, and that underneath the devil, it's like, I feel like from the moment that you met this person, it's like your life just stagnated. It's almost as if things would be okay. That's it. They were just all right. You were just getting by. You know what I'm saying? Making it every day. But there wasn't like an abundance. At the bottom of you guys' deck, y'all have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So there's no new offer being made from this person. I don't want y'all to feel, I don't want y'all to feel some type of way with the Six of Wands, because this isn't like a victory in the sense of like this person moving away from you, they're going to live happily ever after. I don't feel that it's like that. It's just more or less energetically speaking, them going on their path and doing their thing, and you going on your path and doing your thing, come on now, is what's in the best interest of both parties. This is so odd to me. Their energy over here is kind of throwing me off, y'all, because I'm not a fan. I'm really not a fan. Going forward, we have the Empress. The best, like, you leaving this, this kind of reminds me of this energy up here now that I think about it. It's more or less moving forward is celebratory. Moving away from this is celebratory. It's something to be excited about. And I know that that does not sound super good, especially if, because I really feel like this is, the heels are still kind of dug in this. Of course, it's not every Aries, because I'm sure that there's some Aries that are like, yes, high five, that's already where I am. But it's like I feel a reluctance with some people where it's not wanting to give up. But if you're still kind of tied to it, the thing I can tell you wholeheartedly, all of the energy for Aries on this side, or cross-watcher, is saying that this is move forward. The Tower and the Death card, if you're stuck in this energy and you're not really sure how to move forward, the Tower and the Death card being here is letting you know that even though you may not know the method or the means of which moving forward, you have no choice but to, because there's no going backwards. Like, there is no past to go back to. That's no longer an option. So that way we can channel our energy into moving forward, right? And I'm looking at what's at the bottom of the deck. That's not the real bottom of the deck. It's like after I shuffled the bottom of the deck, the Hermit. The way to answer that question is by going within and aligning with Spirit to know what the movement forward is. And that's what this card is really about when it's in the upright, is waiting on that signal from Spirit of the right time to move forward, right? So it's being patient, knowing that I have my wand, I know what it is that I want to create, I have a vision of what it is I want moving forward, and I'm just waiting on the right timing to make that step, right? But in the reverse, we're not really there. How do we get there? It's by going within and finding out what our truth is. What is it that we really want, right? Because I feel like this is what you guys do want. You do want abundance, you do want victory, but the thing is, you're not going to get it with this person because this person isn't equipped to give it to you. It's like by the two of you interacting with each other, they had the opportunity to do that. They had the opportunity to be all of this upright. But from the decisions that they made, it wasn't in alignment with the karmic lesson that they had the opportunity to learn. So it's more or less, this is a victory through a loss. And again, Spirit is telling me about this whole thing with you guys of looking at your life prior to meeting this person and versus now, you know, or prior to meeting them and how things looked while you and this person were together, because there's something there that shifted. There's something about you that's different, that's going to speak volumes. And that's the reason why you have to leave out of this situation, because it's literally sucking the life out of you, you know? It's not adding to you, it's taking away. So despite how many years, time, energy, and effort that was invested, it's in your highest good to move forward. Some Aries are cool with that. Other Aries are going to have some difficulty with that because it's a tie to the person, which is absolutely normal. So I don't want you to feel like there's anything wrong with that, because there's not. You know what I'm saying? But that's interesting. I really don't like looking at these cards over here, because I don't know what it is about this energy with this person over here, but I don't like it. And it's not like saying it in like a catty kind of way, like, oh my God, I don't like them. It's just there's an energy that's coming from this combination of cards towards me that I don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's making me feel uncomfortable. It's making me feel like I'm walking on eggshells. It's making me feel like it's almost like a presence. If I could say that, yeah, presence would be the word. It's almost as if I think about a person that would be sitting right here, and as I'm talking, it's like they're looking at every single thing that I'm saying, and it's like, you better say the right thing, because if you fuck up and say the wrong thing, it's going to be me and you. Like, that's the kind of energy that I feel, where I feel like I have to kind of tiptoe so I don't mess up. And if that's the kind of person y'all were dealing with, that's a no-go. Because that's very abusive behavior when you're a grown adult and you're tiptoeing on your words. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you can be one person, but this person comes around and you swallow up. And it's making sure you speak the proper way. You say things in the right way. If you say it the wrong way, there's some sort of consequence. They're not going to answer your phone calls, or they're going to ignore you. And you're constantly walking on a tightrope, making sure that you do things just right so the person doesn't disengage from you. Like, that's not healthy at all. Like, I'm not even joking. And I'm saying that sitting here, like the person legit ain't here, okay? But this energy, I don't like that. And that's not good. That's not cute. That's not, just the way they are. Like, that's literally abusive. And I'm not joking when I say that. I'm very serious. Because y'all know I get serious when we start talking about abuse and things. That's not something I play with. I'm just saying. I ain't mean to fuss. Let me throw this dice of resonance. Whew. Help me, Lord. Aries, congratulations, you're the longest one this month. So, if you're not familiar with the dice of resonance, it's the 12 zodiac signs, 2 clarifying die, and the ability to ask a yes or no question. I don't interpret them, I just toss them out, and however they resonate, they resonate. Make me feel some type of way. So if you guys want to ask a yes or no question, pause me, and then unpause when you're ready to hear the answer. Yeah, dog, I'm not a fan. You're literally being set free, and you need to be, like, hella thankful for that, because, and I'm saying this proverbially speaking, not literally, this situation could be the death of you. It could be, not like literal death, but I mean, like, the death of your soul, because this person, thank you, Spirit, this is a person that you call a soul killer. Like, this person kills your soul. They break your spirit. They break everything that you are, everything that exists within you that has optimism, that has self-worth, value, belief. The parts of you that believe that anything is possible, people like that, they suck that out of people. And they make them hollow shells of former human beings. Like, people like this bleach your soul. And that's because they within themselves are a dark vortex of nothingness. And they find bliss in sucking that out of other people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be quiet. I am so terrified for this extended reading. Lord help me, Jesus. Whew. Do I really want to get inside their mind? We going to see, y'all. But anywho. So we have co-worker / boss. If this your boss is the Antichrist. I'm just saying. The curious case of my Antichrist boss. In Taurus, hey, if they're a low vibe Taurus, I can't say that that's not possible. So we have Taurus, we have Pisces, we have the Venus symbol, and we have co-worker boss, and the answer to the question is yes, in a few months. So for Venus, that can either be female or they can have Taurus or Pisces as their Venus sign. So Taurus, Pisces, Venus, co-worker boss, in a few months. Whew, I'm going to go woosah. I love your face, babe. If you about that life, meet me over there on the Vimeo for the extended. I feel like I'm going to have to sage me, my everything. I might need to eat some sage or something. I need to rub my cards in it, maybe go roll in it. I don't know. I need to protect my energy before we do this. Stick crystals everywhere. I'm just going to be quiet because it's just getting worse with the things because my mouth, no filter. I love your face. Deuces.